This is episode 2. The fall of Diddy. Surviving
The rap world
Diddy.
has been shaken again, this time by the violent death of the performer known as Notorious B.I.G. He went down in a hail of gunfire on a public street.
His death comes just 6 months after his rival, West Coast rapper Tupac Shakur, was assassinated.
Last 6 months, hip-hop probably lost its 2 biggest stars. It's just a tragedy.
Empire got so big that it's like, oh, this is what he's been trying to do all this time.
It was
Look at that
interesting
fool.
to see
Yeah, boy, okay,
Puffy
okay.
move into other areas other than music. It was just inevitable for the clothing to be next.
We call it urban high fashion. It becomes the look of the European clothes to the urban style, which is a little bit loose, a little bit baggy, a little bit more, has a better fit to it.
Sean John was incredibly successful. You saw it go from it's just worn on artists to it's worn by influential people in the cultural scene to like,
I think that Sean John was bigger than Rockaware. Yeah.
Nah. Everybody, I mean, don't get me wrong.
I had Rockaware and Sean John.
I had Rockaware and Sean John, but I seen people wear Rockaware more than Sean John.
Yeah, because I think that Rockaware was cheaper. Sean John was a little bit more like quality.
Rockaware was expensive too. It was never like. It was
I know, but it
expensive,
was.
But I seen people wear Rockaware like they wore Jay-Z more brands. I bought a lot of my shit from Man's Land. You know how expensive that bitch was. So
Waste of money.
And bro, like it was a lot of people. I had a lot of Sean John too. I ain't gonna lie, I even had Tommy once upon a time. And
Like Rockaware jeans were not good. Sean John had better jeans. Like his jeans was better. Sean John. Rockaware did the shirts, the RW. They had the shirts. They had the velour for the females,
Had
the
the
female
sweaters,
Rockaware.
they had the sweaters,
Yeah, they
they
had
had
shit
the
like, but like
crew
Sean John had the denim, bro. Like you get a pair of Sean John jeans, you looking.
Sean
pretty,
John was more like. Sean John was more
the
like if I was going
cutness
for,
and the quality
if
was
I
better.
If I was gonna go for an interview type of like casual interview type stuff,
Nah,
compared
bro.
to Rockaware was more street, because Rockaware clothing was more street. It was for the streets. You could wear like when I was going to the club back in the day, I seen a lot of men wearing Rockaware. Then see a lot of men wearing Sean John.
You don't know that though. You don't know if they was wearing Sean John because Sean John didn't have big logos. His logos were very like low profile. You wouldn't know you seen Sean John jeans. It was a little Sean John little tag.
It was mass small.
Rockaware had RW, RW everywhere.
And that's what Rockaware was about. It was right there to let you know what you got.
Exactly.
Sean John
Look at the sweater. You don't know that Sean SJ69. You don't know what the freak that shit is.
Some of his stuff was mad expensive. I can't lie about that.
That's what I'm saying.
It was mad expensive.
I remember going with
Bloomingdale's
him to Macy's and we
ain't no
were up in
Rockaware
the
Bloomingdale's.
Exactly where I first seen it.
Ain't no Rockaware Bloomingdale's.
That's the first place I saw it from.
So what?
He said Sean John Macy's. That was the
Macy's,
first time
yes.
I saw Sean John clothes, bro.
Correct.
At Macy's.
They had Rockaware at Macy's, but not like Sean John. Nah.
Of this mythology that Sean Combs begins to build.
He was so much fun. He threw the best parties. I remember seeing celebrities just let their hair down. I remember seeing Mary J. Blige, Ashton.
I mean, it was Gatsby-esque. It was like in the movies. They were huge.
And part of Sean's move with the parties is not just a party for party's sake, but really to embellish who he is in the culture. Who can come Sean Combs?
Wow, Rita.
In the Hamptons.
There goes his wife he killed, Howard Stern, devil worshiper.
A different kind of cachet.
I started blogging in the early 2000s. I started getting reports about the type of things that would happen at these parties. I was hearing about illicit drugs. I was hearing about sexual escapades. I always have decisions to make about stories. And for a long time, when it came to things pertaining to Diddy, I wouldn't run certain things because I feared retribution. He felt and seemed like he was invincible.
Always.
Diddy really personified black excellence and
those
authenticity.
rims? I don't remember no rims, bro. I know that didn't work out.
John rims?
That didn't work out.
So he was really someone that a lot of us looked up to.
But with money, he got more gangster. He got meaner. He got more no nonsense. He couldn't let the foot off nobody's neck. His foot got harder on necks. Because he knew, yo, if I slip 1 inch, if I show 1 inch of weakness, he gonna take it from me.
Those of you guys from New York, what is this? It looks like the city is over here, though. Is Mount Vernon full of city like this? Is this outside of the boroughs? Is it close to the boroughs? What borough is it in? If it is, let me know. I don't know. I don't understand what this is. It looks like that's the city back there.
Sean started breathing rarefied air before he even realized it. Janice wanted a prince, and the last thing she wants to do is to have her prince making her look bad. And one thing about anybody from Harlem, if you're soft, you're done. That's just the mentality. Janice didn't take no shit. None at all. She ruled with an iron fist. Better get right. And you know, a lot of times Sean couldn't get it right.
Terrible.
Couldn't get nothing right. And she didn't let him get away with nothing. Nothing. And that's how it was in Sean's house. If he did something wrong, he'd get his ass beat. Simple as that. She knew that he wasn't hard enough. In those days, that was the order. You know, you didn't spare the rod.
Saying is his mother made him a monster.
That's what I said in episode 1. Yep. All of this is his mother's fault. A child is pure until we corrupt.
For him, it wasn't as easy. It took a while for him to become his wolf. God damn, when he became a wolf, it was no turning back.
As part of our investigation, we looked at the history of Diddy's behavior and relationships. We have found that there has been a clear pattern of abuse since the beginning, since he was a teenager.
So Misa became somebody in the game.
When you think of the most classic, iconic 90s looks...
Oh, she's a hoe.
But look, bro.
Misa became somebody
I ain't gonna lie.
in the game.
Lil' Kim in the 90s, she was a good-looking black girl, bro, until she ruined herself.
Till Biggie ruined her.
What? Nah, homie. She was ruined just off having the syndrome. You know, she didn't believe that she was beautiful, bro. A lot of
beautiful women don't think they are. They're insecure. The ones that you think like, oh man, I can't get her because she's so pretty. She don't even think she's pretty.
My sister Sonia and Misa were close friends. I heard that Puff was putting his hands on Misa in 88, 89. So at that time, I heard a few occasions he was physical with Misa.
They fight all the time. They argue like cats and dogs. And yeah, I definitely seen them put hands on each other. I remember when Misa was pregnant, Sean was in his early 20s. This dude is a millionaire now. He's not even 25 years old, he's got millions of dollars. They might have broke up 15 times in a week. It just break up, back together, break up, back together. And here's Sean, fear is kicking in him. I'm about to be a father. I gotta hustle harder now. I gotta hustle so hard. I got this kid on the way.
Nigga, you got millions of dollars. You're good. What you worried about?
One night, Puffy decided that he didn't want Mr. Hilton to go out. He got into this rage and she screamed and her parents came out. He just grabbed the baby. And he said, you're not getting this baby, you're not having it. The father tried to talk to him, and he doesn't like being talked to. The grandmother tried to talk to him and everything. Eventually, they had to call the police. Mr. Hilton may have felt that something was really happening that she had no control over. This is her life. He was using the baby to control her. That, I think, scared her a lot. He was just angry and upset. He made threats. You know, he was arrested.
I'm glad they called the police. That's how you do it.
So he got one woman family.
She endured a whole lot.
And after Misa, that was Kim.
There it is.
Kim Porter was a model sometime.
Beautiful lady.
Great smile. One of those girls that's just like so pretty.
She was Andre Harrell's assistant at Uptown Records.
Oh.
He told me how they first met.
Mr. Payback.
He was working as an A&R at Uptown Records, and that she was the first face that he would see when he got out the elevator. And he fell in love with her. And he said, by all means necessary, I'm gonna get her. And that was his mission.
Puff's a little older now when he met Kim. And Kim was starting to slowly but surely teach Sean what love looked like. It's not fighting all the time, it's this. And he started to receive it. He started changing his ways a little bit. He softened up for a minute.
Yeah.
He wasn't so triggered, he wasn't so reactive. He was trying to become a good man.
His relationship with Kim Porter, I knew that it was an on again, off again relationship.
Went from Kim to him.
They would you know, break up, get back together.
But then there's the infidelity. Kim Porter, a woman he described as the love of his life and the mother of 4 of his children.
But that's what they say, dog. That's why I think a lot of our women need to chill on so much makeup.
Kim Porter.
Because there's not that much of a difference between her with all that makeup and him with all that makeup.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
We need to, our black women tone down on that shit because these men, not necessarily him, but there's some out there that look better than the women with the makeup and the fake eyes, fake lashes, fake. You could look exactly like a woman, bro. We need to bring our women back.
Act around Kim in ways that were just awful and very mean.
At the club again.
To occasionally socialize with her. It was a last-minute girls' night. Kim Porter and some other girlfriends. And then I see Puffy come into the club.
Oh.
I really thought he was coming in to kick it. I thought he was about to squeeze into the booth. And it was about to be...
I was just thinking
Where you was coming in to kick it after he said, I'm going to put you in a trunk?
I was just thinking that. I was just literally thinking that. Why is she still around? What
coming to kick it after I said I'm going to put you... But this... Oh.
What
this
time was this, though? Because
no, this was later. This was later after...
I'm like, what the fuck?
Her homegirls and ex-co-workers from 15 years back hadn't reminded her about the memories that she lost because she was scared.
I'm like, what's going on here? If this man told you I'm about to kill you, I got goons coming for you.
I thought he was coming to kick it.
Yeah,
I thought he was coming to kick it.
Yo.
After I called my lawyer to tell him to apologize for putting me in a trunk.
Yo, this is not adding up.
Just take everything that she says, y'all, and throw it in the dumpster. You know, have you seen
bullshit?
Freak, it's into the dump. You seen Toy Story 3 when they trashed it all up and it was about to go into the fire and they was all holding hands before the claw came out? That's what her everything she says needs to be put.
Really about to turn up, you know.
But the aliens don't pick her. Just set it, let it burn.
But then he grabbed her handbag and literally turned it upside down. He just emptied it out in front of everybody. I was so in shock.
You the reporter, why you report?
She's shocked that the guy that threatened her life would put a bag upside down.
Small. To scare you. Never saw him put a hand on her. But as we all know, that's not the only kind of abuse.
It was a controlling situation.
Kim wasn't no bitch though. Oh boy said it. She was fighting back.
Wanted to do.
That's why he
Puff
offed her.
Definitely abusive toward Kim.
I think he offed her, bro.
One time
Steve Stout is a pretty important executive, a marketing genius. In the music business, he was working with Nas at the time. And Puff had done a song with Nas called Hate Me Now.
You can hate
just
me
like
now.
any other event, this thing
But
was
I
being
won't
built
stop
up.
now.
You heard the Nas joint with Puff?
You can hate me now. I hate you too. But I won't stop now.
In retrospect, It almost sounds ridiculous that Nas and Diddy would be on a song together. But of course, Diddy gives Nas a visibility that Nas doesn't have quite yet.
In the video, they ended by being crucified like Jesus, in an obvious visual Jesus analogy. Nas and Puff together.
But then Diddy doesn't like the way that he's depicted in the music video and wants it to be changed.
But the version of the video with Puff and Nas being crucified in the desert was serviced to MTV. And Puff was extraordinarily upset. And he went to Steve's office.
Puffy went in with his people and assaulted him. When he did that to Steve Stout, it became one of the biggest stories. He goes into court, and the prosecution came up and said, Judge, we reached an agreement that Mr. Combs would plead to a misdemeanor. Puff walks out to the courtroom.
No jail time.
Of anger management. In the courtroom, the judge actually said, Mr. Combs, do you remember me? And Puff says, I can't say that I do. So the judge said, you have quite a history, because he's always getting away. There are so many cases that the public doesn't know about. A source actually pulled these records. He had this knack for actually getting the system to like him and to go easy on him, where he kept avoiding going to jail.
A lot of this really worked to Puffy's advantage in the hip-hop world. You don't want to be seen as someone that the streets can't respect, where everybody can run all over you.
There ended up being a lot of violence. I think it just was something that was always a part of his emotional DNA in a way.
Sure.
Diddy, as a child, believed his father, Melvin, died in a car accident. But as he grew older, he came to find out that that wasn't really the case. So Diddy learned that his dad was part of a drug organization up in Harlem.
Puff's father, Melvin, was connected to Frank Lucas, one of the biggest drug dealers in Harlem. And he was connected to the mafia.
There is a video Diddy posted on Father's Day where he talks about his dad, and there's a real sense of loss and kind of an admiration as well for him and the things.
So yeah, his dad was a big time dealer degenerate, and his mother was a ratchet, bougie, mean woman who, yeah, it's tough. That's the recipe for a Diddy, I would say.
The build up?
Yeah, there's a lot of little Diddies running around here. The only problem is they ain't got the money. See what they'll do the same shit.
So I think it just was something that he's had to grapple with, that his father had been a drug dealer and had been killed in the game. Sometimes I wonder if that was something he was proud of, or something that he was ashamed of, or something that he may have, emulated. I mean, the record company was called Bad Boy Records. It wasn't called Good Man. It's called Bad Boy.
I worked with Puffy in 2023. Puffy mentioned once that
that's
he
him.
shot a person.
That's Lil Rod Jones, the one that brought the lawsuit, said that Diddy was playing with his booty.
Oh, that's the one that
Cuba Gooding Jr., nigga.
Oh, snap, yo.
He passed him to Cuba Gooding Jr. He got drugged. He's allegedly woke up in the bed naked. And Diddy was like,
with him,
you all right, man?
Women, it was a him and a woman, and
clap that shit, bro. Oh shit.
There was a situation happened in a club with J-Lo, where Shine went to jail for a shooting.
Yeah.
I'm trying to Google S-H-I-N-E. Only realized, no, it's S-H-Y-N-E.
That fool Diddy shot him, man. Got away with it. And Shine got sent to
Shine
Belize.
Was known around the Flatbush area as a young guy who could spit. And Puffy played on young people's desire to want to be in the spotlight. Sean Puffy Combs says, look, hang with me. He's now being considered the next big thing in hip-hop. He was growing, he was going to be big. No one expected it to turn out the way it turned out.
I will never forget the first time I heard about the 1999 club shooting.
Made him sound like Biggie.
It was shocking.
I've spent a quarter of a century with my integrity.
Where's she at? This is her. Yeah.
Name.
She the one that said she saw Diddy shoot
in
him.
doubt.
She
in
saw
light
it.
of the current atmosphere with the lawsuits and all of the stories that have come out, I knew it was time for me to speak up. I hadn't been in the club scene or anything for the better part of a month. Honestly, I really wasn't going out, but one of my good friends who was a party promoter.
Like I said, you go to the club, you smoke.
And I wanted to support her endeavors.
Beat up, shot, whatever.
Puff arrives with his entourage, and they go to the VIP section.
There started to be a crowd walking through, coming from the dance floor.
People are gravitating towards the VIP section, and there were some people who just say, this guy's showing off. People were telling Puffy, you know, you ain't shit, you ain't this, you ain't that.
Next thing you know, we see pushing and shoving, the crowd is swaying.
See that jealousy?
Like angered voices.
You ain't shit.
And he bumped into Puffy, and Shine just uttered, I'm tired of this shit.
I start to see Puffy and Shine backing up, backing away from the area of the melee towards the door. And I see them reaching their waists. I turn to tell my friends, oh my God, let's go, let's go. Watch out, something's getting ready to go down. And just as I turn back and I look at them, I see them both holding guns, and God said to me, be still, you're about to get hit. And I just see the muzzle flash, pow, pow.
Be still, you're about to get hit.
I grab my face, because I instantly feel this hot, torching flame on my face, and I turn my head and I'm like, oh my God. I got shot in my face. I felt myself separating, and the cold air rushed towards my chest and passed through me. I could feel it pass through me. I was certain that I was gonna be dead at that moment, because I didn't think a human could lose that much blood and still be alive.
A plastic surgeon.
But
I feel bad for her. Somebody need to make it this right with her, bro. She's suffered for a very long time.
I knew my life was never gonna be the same again.
So Shine did pull out the burner.
But that's not the one who shot her, though.
Instructed to let's go, let's get out of here. I was driving through the red lights, evading the police. I noticed the rear passenger window over my right shoulder had been opened. I later found out that was when Mr. Combs apparently tossed his weapon out of the vehicle.
Shut up.
Get the fuck out of here.
Mr. Combs and Wolf were screaming, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Seated next to me. I noticed another gun in Wolf's waistband. And then a cruiser had come out blocking 8th Avenue. And I said, chase is over. We are all escorted into the police precinct. That's when, out of the side of his mouth, Mr. Combs says, yo, I'll give you $50,000 to take the gun.
Dang.
And he was saying this under his breath, of course.
Dang.
Because we were right in front of the desk sergeant.
200.
Puffy reaches onto his pinky and says, I will give you this diamond ring, which is worth $300,000 to hold as collateral if you don't think I'm good for the money.
Ooh, you should have took that.
I did not want to take the bribe, but the phrase on the street is, snitches get stitches.
Thing is, snitches get stitches, but here you are snitching on camera.
Because the main person you're afraid is locked up.
Bam.
He locked up. They won't let him out. Won't let him out. He's locked up. Won't let him out. No. Won't let him out.
In the early 2000s,
steady.
it's about selling a lifestyle, selling a brand. So he really had to protect his reputation
Freedom ain't
and
getting no
his
closer.
freedom
No matter how
at all
far
costs
I
in this
go.
moment.
His high-power defense team,
Stolen registration.
If it doesn't fit,
Cops patrolling.
there was another
And they
attorney by the
stopped
name of
me and I
Benjamin
got
Brackman, one of
locked
the top
up. They
criminal
won't
defense
let
attorneys in
me
the city. During the trial, Puffy's
Look at
looking
that. Look
around,
how he
he's
did
very
his
confident.
face.
Hey, I allegedly paid off people, so I have nothing to worry about. But then,
Liar, liar, pants
Dang.
on fire. I decided to testify. I was the prosecution's main witness.
Oh, shoot.
The most
He
damaging
snitched back
testimony
then.
so far from his former driver.
Yes, I was nervous about cooperating, but I had to. You have to stand up for what's right in this world.
Henderson testified.
How much they pay?
Holmes had a gun.
I was recanting
Tight.
my statement and no longer going along with their scheme to take ownership of the gun.
But Fenderson wasn't the only witness to put a gun in Combs's hand.
When I had to testify, I said I saw without a doubt who shot me. I was shot by Sean Puffy Combs.
Yep.
I've said that ever since that day.
Yep.
I never once,
Yep.
ever changed that, modified it,
Nope.
modulated it in any way.
Facts. Y'all need to know
I never
that.
expected to be a part of such a reckless act of violence.
Natanya, she had the kind of resilience and defiance. My heart was with her.
They were ridiculing me on the air saying, does anybody know this one-eyed hoe?
Damn.
Call us up and give us some dirt on her. Playing rapid succession gunfire soundtrack in the background.
Damn.
I was devastated. Why were they doing this to me?
After the shooting, Natanya, she was appearing on the radio and trying to tell her story. She was actually getting death threats.
I would look out the windows and there'd be blacked out SUVs parked on the corners by my house. Those SUVs were watching me.
The first one to come out with that shit said he RAPE'd me with Gloria
Thanksgiving
Allred.
break in November of 2023. I got a call. Your rape was caught on tape. I said, what do you mean my rape was caught on tape?
From that house, dog. When they raided Diddy's house. When they raided Diddy's house, they got her freaking on tape. He recorded it.
They did say that he recorded everything in that where he was at in his house, though. Maybe we read that up
I
there.
want to know the person that's a celebrity that they have the tape of. They have a tape of a celebrity that's more famous than P. Diddy. There's only a few motherfuckers in the industry more famous than P. Diddy.
Yeah, that's true.
They got a tape of them with an alleged underage person.
I was thinking of one person, but I don't know. I don't know if it will be him.
Leonardo DiCaprio ain't bigger than Diddy.
I wasn't thinking about Leo. I was thinking about Russell Simmons.
He ain't bigger than Diddy either.
Well, he what?
More famous and more popular than Diddy. That's what she said.
More famous and more popular than Diddy.
Yeah, man.
That's a lot. That's a few people to think about.
It is a few, but it's
a
not
few.
that much. Not that many.
Bigger than Diddy though.
More popular too. So we talking about less than 20 people. Less than 20 people. That's a pool of less than 20 people. You could argue less than 10.
I can't even think about it right now. It's a lot.
The next episode is going to be where we hear the details about what they found in that house.
Yeah.
So that's why she came out with that lawsuit, is because they said, she just said it, we got a tape of you getting clapped. What? Oh, now something that lived in her past that she let go of got reignited and she's going forward with it. So now believing that, good for her, man. You know, I wish that she came forward sooner, but if they got a tape of it, then oh yeah, this is a smoking gun.
You know what's
against
crazy,
him, bro.
What's crazy to me is that about a lot of these allegations and all these stuff that people are coming out with, the stories and stuff. The feds love shit like this. Don't get me wrong. Diddy have people under his pocket as well. But just this whole information that this man is doing, he's not the Godfather. He's not, big wigs like that. He probably had Godfather power with people that he could go talk to, but it's just these main situations. A lot of these people never came out, but they're coming out now. I just think that's a load of bullshit to me. Some of these people probably did say something and this and another, and they were not being heard. But a lot of y'all getting a paycheck for this shit right here. The people who are talking right now are getting a paycheck. They are paying you for
Some of them
everything.
are telling the truth though. Like the driver, yeah, I believe what he said, but for the bread, because especially when you see that he did testify. I didn't know
And
that.
another
So
thing,
good for him.
He ain't been touched. Why? Because Diddy probably gave him that conversation. He probably gave him some bread.
Never went to jail too, so he got off scot-free. So he's like, whatever. So guys, episode 3 is gonna be great. It's not out yet, but when it comes out, patrons know where to find it.
We'll be there.
We out. Deuces.